Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Simply Golden here with another video. Today, I want to show you guys how I apply my Nars Pure Radiance Tinted Moisturizer.
Wanna send me sweet, like a me do trick or treat. Me tell him fi take a taste, him say me a rotten teeth. Chew me little, chew me neat. Me not in a nothing cheap. Walk in a brand new Louis V for me feet. Thing ya me love, them thing ya me love.
First things first, you want to start off with a clean canvas. I've already cleansed my face and applied my moisturizer. Of course, I've applied my CeraVe Ultra Light Moisturizer that has a 30 SPF. I love that moisturizer. Next, I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I've been using this primer for 3 weeks and I would definitely say that this is a pretty good primer. So a little bit goes a long way. I just put it in these areas and then I blend it all over my face. It kind of feels like thick water, like a jelly, a really smooth and creamy jelly. So I leave this alone for a while and I let this kind of sit on my skin for 2 minutes before I put anything else on my skin. All right, it's been 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna go in with a second primer, and this is my Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer. I love this primer. I don't use this all over my face. I only use this in the oily areas, and with this, a little bit goes a very long way. This is definitely a good primer for the areas that get oily. I'm not oily all over my face. I'm only oily in my T-zone. All right, so this is what my face is looking like with both primers. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end, but I can definitely see a difference in the areas that I put the mattifier. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and I am using the MAC Studio Fix Concealer. This also has an SPF of 35. I really love this concealer. My color is NC48. I'm gonna use my flat concealer brush just to hit the areas that I'm gonna try to camouflage. If you have any marks on your skin and you just use the tinted moisturizer, it's gonna print right through. But if you put a little bit of concealer, it definitely helps camouflage that area very, very well. All right, so that's it for the concealer. I'm gonna apply my Nars Pure Radiance Tinted Moisturizer. I'm wearing color Seychelles in the medium dark 2. Make sure that you shake this moisturizer really good before you wear it. All right, because you don't want it to come out like blotchy. I've applied this moisturizer 2 ways. I've used my beauty blender and I have used my Pro Foundation brush from Sephora. It's number 70. And I would say that I like the way that both of them go on. I would say that the beauty blender gives me even a more sheer look. It's because this is moist. And when you put the moisturizer on this, even if you put the moisturizer on your face and use this, it still is going to take a lot of the color off, where if you use the brush and you push it into your skin, it definitely gives you more of a fuller coverage. But it still ain't going to give you a full coverage because it is a tinted moisturizer. So it's only going to even out your skin tone and give you like a really nice sheer glow, which is what I love. So I'm going to use both of these today to apply my tinted moisturizer. I'm going to use my beauty blender on my left side, and I'm going to use my Pro Foundation brush on my right side. And you guys be the judge. Let me know which one looks better. Let me know if you even notice a difference between the two. Drop me a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. So first, I'm going to start with my left side. And like I said, make sure that you shake the moisturizer. And with this, I'm only going to use probably about that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it all over. I'm just moving my hair. And I know you probably are gonna say, oh my gosh, that color looks so light. But guys, once you blend it out, it looks really good. What if I only did like one side of my face with makeup and didn't even do the other side? I wonder if people would notice. I mean, I notice looking at it right now, but I guess it depends on how hard somebody looking at me. So if they're staring me down, I'm sure they're going to notice it. But maybe if you just glimpse you won't really know what's going on. All right, so you see how that's blending out really good? I'm just gonna get my eye, and I'm definitely gonna bring it down. Just let it even out. Now be sure that you don't rub this. Don't rub it into your face, just pat it in. It's just gonna kind of sink into your skin rather than sitting on top of your skin, all right? And I like to go up into my hairline just to blend it all out. All right, so this looks pretty blended to me. This side, sponge. Now I'm gonna use the brush to do my right side. So just put some on this, and I think I'm good with that. This is all I'm using. And this brush is really dense. And I think obviously you can see that I do the same for both sides, as far as I don't just use the product and start buffing it all over. I leave product in every area just so it doesn't dry out. So just blend it in, blend it in. I don't even know if you guys could notice a difference now. I mean, I don't think I notice a difference. It definitely feels different in the way that I apply it. Obviously, to me, the sponge is softer. With the bristles on the brush, it definitely pricks my skin. So, you know, even on my neck, I'll rub it down. Just run it down my neck because I don't really need to pat it into my neck. So I don't know if I mentioned that this does have a 30 SPF sunscreen. So it will give you a little white tint on your face when you're first applying the moisturizer. But once you blend it out into your skin, and once it starts to sink into your skin, it goes away. Everything looks blended and pretty even. So now I'm going to go in with my under eye highlighter. I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime in Peach Luster. Okay, so I'm just going to get under my eye and get some highlight there. So I'm going to use the Beauty Blender, like I said, on this side. And then I will go in with my Pro Foundation brush on the other side. This looks pretty blended to me. Now I'm going to go in with the brush and blend this side. And to me, it's easier to blend this highlighter with the Beauty Blender. It just, because I've always blended my highlighter, my under eye highlighter, with a Beauty Blender. But I do like the finish that the brush gives me. Even though it has a pricky feeling when I'm putting it on versus the Beauty Blender that it's like a nice little padded sponge, I still like it. All right, so that looks pretty blended to me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. Sometimes I do my eyebrows before I apply my makeup. Other times I do my eyebrows after I apply my makeup. So I'm going in with the Goof Proof pencil. I'm using number 4. I'm gonna go ahead and first brush my brow, and then I'm gonna go in and put some color and shape to them. So I'm not gonna go crazy on my brow. I just want to fill them in just a little bit. All right, so I have my mirror to the right, and that's what I'll be looking at. So this brow, I feel like this is like my problem brow. You notice that there's always one brow that's better than the other. Why is that? I don't know if when I go and get my eyebrow wax, they purposely mess up your brow and give you one brow looking one way and the other brow looking the other way. That way you always have to come back to them to make it look halfway decent. I don't even know if once these nail shops open back up, if I'm going to go and get my eyebrows waxed. I might just continue doing what I'm doing, which is just plucking when needed. And I'm doing fine with just painting my own nails. So we'll see what happens, guys. All right, so that's done. And now I'm going to do this one. So this one, to me, it's a lot easier to do For whatever reason, this brow never gives me any issues. It's always the right brow. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I'm gonna use my Sephora Pro Shader brush, and I really love this brush. I love this brush more than the angle brush to do my eyebrows. It's nice and flat, and it helps the concealer to glide around the areas that I want it. I'm also gonna use my 24-hour concealer from MAC to conceal the areas. So I'm just gonna put it around my brow. Okay. And then I'm just going to blend it out. So some people go in with a lot lighter shade concealer than their skin tone. And I do have a lighter shade concealer, but for today, I just want to use a color that is my skin tone to give the eyebrows more of just a subtle look. Nothing that's like too done up. So just shape your eyebrows to the way that you want it. I'm erasing some of the lines that I've already put in just because my eyebrow was a little thicker than I wanted it. So I'm just kind of using the brush to thin it out. This is why I love this brush, because it is so small and it really works well. So I'm just going to do the other side. So put it under and put it over, and then just blend it out. Okay, so you're just going to try to make them look as even as possible. Okay, and I like to use my finger as well because it blends it. Okay, I like this. This is looking good to me. What do you guys think about my brows? Looking good? Thumbs up. All right, so my brows are done, and now I'm going to go in with my setting powder. I'm going to use my MAC. This is the Mineralize Skinfinish in Dark. I love this powder. I also like the Kat Von D powder. That one's really, really good too. I'm going to go ahead and use my Pro Powder Brush. This is number 50 from Sephora. Nice and fluffy. All right. I'm just going to put it all over my face. And I'm doing it, I wouldn't say light, but it's not hard. I'm just making sure that I'm getting the powder on my face, but I don't want it to move my makeup around. So I'm just kind of dusting it on my face. And that's it, guys. I don't use much of this. All right, so my brows are done. My face is set. Now it's time for the mascara. I'm using the Milk mascara. This is the Kush mascara. I love this mascara. It's nice, big, and chunky, and it leaves my lashes looking so dramatically gorgeous. So I'm just gonna apply that, and I like to do 2 coats of mascara. So I will apply it to one lid, and then I'll go to the next side, and then I'll go back to the other side. And it depends on the day. Sometimes if I want even like a more dramatic look, I'll do it 3 times. It just depends. And the bottom lids, I don't put too much mascara on because I don't like my mascara to run, and my allergies act up all the time. So when my tear comes down, it'll hit this bottom lid, and then I have like runny mascara. So I tend just to concentrate a lot more on my upper lids, and the bottom lids, I just put a little bit of mascara just so you can actually see them. So let's do the same for this side again. And we're just going to stretch out the lashes and get the bottom lids. Okay. Never forget the bottom lids. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. So I'm going to use my Natasha Diona Glow Gold Duo Kit. I purchased this from Sephora a couple weeks ago and I am in love. These colors are really, really pretty. And today I'm going to use the brighter of the two golds. I'm going to use it and apply it to the bridge of my nose. I'm going to use it on my cheekbones, a little above my lips, and I'm going to use it a little bit below my hairline. The first brush I'm going to go in with is this tapered highlighter brush, and I'm going to use this brush to put it in the areas, and then I'm going to use this buffer brush to buff it all out. All right, so these are very pigmented, so a little bit goes a very long way. So apply it to whichever areas you want it, and I'm just brushing it down the bridge of my nose. I don't know if you see that difference, but I definitely see it. So when the sun hits your face, it's just going to bounce off the areas that you added the highlighter. So I tap that in just on my cheekbones, and I don't know if you guys see that. So I'm going to do the same thing for this side. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to put a little right here, a little on my chin, and then a little right below my hairline. And I just like the look of it. It just looks so natural and so nice with the different shimmers. All right, now I'm just going to buff it all in. So when you're buffing it in, try to stay in the area that you want the highlighter to be. Okay. And that's what I like. And the nose, I'm just going to use a little bit more and put right on the bridge, right on the tip of my nose. All right, so that's looking good to me. And lastly, I'm just going to close it and shut it down with my Fix Plus spray from MAC. And I love that spray because it definitely helps everything to come together. Do you guys see this highlighter? I know the camera's picking this up. It better be picking it up. This highlighter is everything. All right, so now that my face is dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply some color to my lips. First, I'm gonna condition my lips because you can't have your lips looking dry, okay? And today I want to go in with nothing crazy. I think I'm going to use some lipstick. I'm going to use the Brick Dust from MAC. And this is a really pretty color. Really pretty color. I'll use that. And that's it. All right, so this is my finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to drop me a comment down below and let me know if you prefer the Beauty Blender or the foundation brush. All right, let me know which finish you are feeling the most. If any of you guys were curious about this moisturizer, I would definitely say it's a good moisturizer. I purchased it at Sephora for $45, and I would definitely purchase it again in the future. I like the fact that it is nice and creamy. I also like the fact that I was able to find my color. If you are my color or close to my color, you already know what your color is. It's Seychelles. And also, if you don't even know your color, Sephora has a good online match system, and they definitely ask you the right questions to try and figure out what your shade is. I've used it a few times before, and it was definitely very helpful with helping me find a really, really good match. So guys, thanks again for taking the time to watch another one of my videos. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and while you're there, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I post a brand new video. All right, I'll see you in the next video.